The Kim's Pandora Box. Prologue. A story written and animated by Adrelieben. In a fairy kingdom, away from human civilization, the heir to the throne of the Kingdom of the West got betrothed to the Prince of the East Kingdom, tying the knot to join forces so they could defeat the Kingdom of the North, which was effective as peace came to their homelands. As every normal marriage, they had their ups and downs. Knowing how to fix their differences, their bond strengthened. Not sooner than a year into their marriage, they were blessed. A baby was on the way, and June couldn't be any happier. He yelled out the good news when he found out. The day seemed brighter, and the flowers bloomed instantly. A good omen, he thought. As a new king, he even set up the preparations to introduce the new heir. Although he was busy leading their land, he always made sure to put his hubby first, making sure to satisfy his cravings and every whim, even going as far as to decorate their child's room. The rainbow of love and jubile shone bright on the horizon, but their bliss wouldn't last for long, as a curse fell upon them to bring their kingdom to doom. Yeon Kimin, a Phi soldier from the fallen Southern Kingdom, a Phi with a dark past, who was expelled from his homeland when he refused to admit defeat. A man who sought revenge when his beloved got betrothed to the enemy, planning out his enemy's fall cautiously, seeking a job in his enemy's manor like the new doctor of the family, getting hired instantly thanks to his cleverness. He laced Jamon's tea with a special beverage for a month. This is what you earned for playing with my heart, evil Mochi. Hope, Jamon's best friend, offered him a baby's fate when reading. The crystal ball on the table showed a bifurcated path. They couldn't believe it, cause it wasn't one but two babies with two extremely different fates. One showed an open path, full of light and prosperity, whilst the other one showed them a tempestuous path, full of darkness and a bit blurry. Effectively, our Phi's curse fell upon one. He couldn't curse both cause he didn't know they were twins. Jamin planned to tell June the news cautiously. Over a romantic dinner, he let the truth to be known. June was perplexed. On one side, he was over the moon discovering he was about to be the father of twins. Then his mind went back to his unfortunate child. That fact alone shredded his kind heart, knowing what he couldn't change that, not matter how powerful he was. So, he got wasted that night as his brain was on an override, trying to find a solution. He pretended it didn't affect him whilst he sought for a way to get rid of the curse. A bulb lighted up as he considered a full-on fate reading, not for himself but his blessings. Therefore he contacted his husband's wizard bestie, who told them that they have to wait until the twins were born. Hopes bloomed on his heart again, knowing both of them would be born at least. Thanks to heavens, he was a patient man with a realistic, yet optimistic mindset. He was about to go abroad for some deals when he got the news his husband was in the hospital. As soon as he walked into the room, he spotted a set of twins in the room. "This is the time to arrive, ungrateful," Jamin hissed. "Forgive me, sweetie pie. I did my best to get here as soon as I could." Indeed, he jumped off the boat to get to the port swimming. All he could think of when Jamin video called him was to see him right then and there. He wanted to make sure his family would be safe. After he started overthinking again on his way there, he awaited until they got back home to call the wizard, so they could get this matter sorted out. On the way back home, he could notice how different they behaved. Whereas the older one was quiet, the younger couldn't stop moving. As soon as they got home, the flowers bloomed again. But then the weather got colder as the petals flew back to the branches. "Oh, this is bad, bro," Hope said when he arrived. Not giving more chances, he got into work mode on the crystal ball. They were able to see a grown-up version of them, visualizing their powers. "No doubt, our babies would be fine as hell. That's the last of my concerns, sweetheart. I just want to know which one is the cursed baby, and to know if there's a way to get rid of it." "How impatient. I was gone get there, pal. We just got started. Now, sit down. The real show is about to begin." On the crystal ball, a stunning angel-like fairy popped in. It wasn't just his beauty, but everything seemed to come to life, whereas he looked down, still something within that gaze could froze anyone. After a dark smoke filled the crystal ball, a tiger-like fairy showed up. His stare was sterner than the first twin. His aura exuded power, leadership, and ambition. Two faces of the same coin, one could say at first sight. The younger and fortunate one was named after his grandfather, Vincent Kim, as he took upon his personality. The older and cursed one was named Vanti Kim, as his tiger-like features reminisced his father, his favorite artist. The curse took Vanti's rightful inheritance to the throne as the firstborn. Hence his parents lied to them saying he was the younger one. Consequently, he could study a broad human world, giving him the chance to explore his artistry next to his manager, whilst Vincent was homeschooled so he could be prepared to lead the kingdom as his grandfather and father did. Yet his curious mind wanted more than being a pretty caged bird. He envied his brother who got the freedom to go wherever he pleased too. That's how Vincent's villain story got started. End of the prologue.
Adra Lieben, scripter and editor.